Wagwan, everybody. I am your Jamaican queen, Miss Y. You are tuned into How I See It TV, and this is Why Caught Alive. Okay. It's not alive per se, but Carlos King did post the super trailer for the new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville set to air on Saturday, May 4th. So I'm about to give my live reaction of the trailer. Now I have to stop it in places and give my commentary because I don't want to get a copyright strike. I'm definitely going to change the sound of the audio a little bit so as to not get a copyright strike because I am new to these YouTube streets. I'm not trying to get a violation just yet. All right. So as I said before, Carlos King dropped the super trailer for Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm giving my live reaction. I tried to do this in StreamYard, but I'm still learning how to navigate StreamYard. So I'm doing a pre-recorded video. I'm going to stop the trailer in part so that I can give my commentary. So let's get into it. But before we do, please remember to like this video, share the link to my channel if you feel like my content needs some more crowd, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. All right, y'all, let's get into it.
2024 came in with a bang.
You ain't seen this.
Martell got a mugshot.
Martell Holt was arrested and charged with domestic violence in the 3rd degree. Harassing communications. Wasn't it like a text or something?
Domestic violence sounds terrible.
But it was for communication. What if he really meant to do her harm?
Domestic violence is not the same as harassment of communication. That's a phone charge.
Like your children.
All right, so here's my first pause, y'all. And these are my thoughts. I dislike men like Courtney and Marceau and Maurice, who can never hold their male counterparts accountable for their bad behavior. I dislike men who they dip into this box of excuses whenever their male counterparts are out here acting ridiculous. Because see, instead of trying to justify what Martell did or was about to do, and instead of trying to make it seem like Mel isn't within her right to protect herself from what he threatened to do to her, instead of doing that, they should probably familiarize themselves with the law of the land, because DV is not just physical violence. It's a myriad of a lot of things, including financial abuse, emotional and verbal abuse. If your male counterpart is out here harassing his spouse or ex-romantic partner or ex-wife, if your friend is out here being a stalker, if your friend is out here threatening to release private, intimate videos because he's not getting his way, then guess what? His victim has every right to utilize the law to make sure that she is protected. Y'all want Martell to be the victim so bad, but he's not the victim in this case. All right, so let's continue with the rest of the trailer.
The internet never goes away.
Martell right now, he needs intervention.
I'm getting arrested for a text message I sent Melody over a year ago, you know?
He literally.
Now, y'all know Miss Marlene is going to be in that scene, caping for her son, trying to make him the victim, trying to make Mel the bad guy. And so what if you sent her the threat a year ago, Martel? You don't know when she went down to that police station and filed that report. The fact that you got arrested a year later because you took yourself down to the police station to do business not knowing that there was a warrant out for your arrest has nothing to do with when Melody filed those charges against you to protect herself. to ensure that there's a paper trail that states that she reported that you threatened to release that video. So if for whatever reason the video ends up out there, the police department would have already known that Martell is the first suspect that they should be looking at for their Revenge P case. All right, y'all, let's continue.
And was gonna have it released.
My message to her was saying, stop bullying me.
See, what Martell forgets is that there's a lot of us who have accurate context. We know the timeline of events, and at the point in time when he was sending those messages to Melody wasn't out here saying anything about him. Content creators were out here making assumptions about their custody case, and they were assuming that the case went in Mel's favor. And because they were saying that Melody won the case, he got in his feelings and went out here doing a whole video in his red hat talking about Melody was bullying him when Melody hadn't said anything to or about him. And when Melody decided that she was going to address some of the things that he was saying in that video he did at the Popeyes in his car, he decided that now he's going to threaten her with releasing Revenge P. See, that's accurate context, Martell. And some of us, we have the timeline, we have those videos, we have the screenshots. We are not your mom and your bros on this show that are going to believe everything that you say when you sit there and try to paint this picture that you're just innocent and Mel is coming at you.
People accountable.
Now, Kimmy, I don't know if you were talking about the Martell of it all in that scene, but if you were, I can be with you and you're right. Yes, people need to hold Martell accountable. And I will continue to say, accountability doesn't mean that you are apologetic, but it means that you can say, yes, I did it and I'm sorry, or yes, I did it and I'm not sorry. But Martell is the type that will say, I didn't do it, so I don't have anything to be sorry for. I don't know what you're talking about, so I don't have to apologize. I don't know what you mean, you did it to me. Or you did it to me first, so you apologize to me. Or he gaslights to the point where you feel like maybe I did do something wrong. And then when he has a whole cast of men and women who are not holding him accountable, then guess what? His behavior is never going to
How did you
change.
feel it was necessary
So yeah,
to go
Kimmy, I can
do an
agree with you
interview
on
with
that.
the blogger?
And I'm guessing the blogger in question here is Tasha K. Remember, Martell went and did a whole Tasha K interview where essentially he also doxed Mel in some of the documents that he provided Tasha K with. And he's saying that he did the interview because what? Melody decided to protect herself and go and report him for threatening to release Revenge P
It's like she
tape
went
on
low
her.
and I went lower.
Man, Martell, get out of here.
She got me arrested. She got me arrested.
Listen.
She didn't call DHR on me. Until y'all
Make it
experience something like that.
I've experienced that, Martell.
You've never experienced it.
I chose not to get a divorce.
It's quite interesting and quite comical at this point that Marceau is finally admitting that he and Tisha had been through similar stuff as Melody and Martell, because he's saying that he has gone through the same things. He just decided that he wasn't going to get a divorce. But my question is he saying that Tisha cheated and he decided not to get a divorce? Because it wasn't up to Martell whether or not a divorce would happen. Melody decided that, listen, God said go, and I am out of this marriage, and she filed for divorce. So Marceau saying, I decided that I wasn't going to get a divorce. Sorry, it wasn't up
when
to
she found out you were
Martell.
married, she started messing with you. No, that's actually there.
What is?
See, Martell wants everybody to be him so bad, and he wants everybody to be like coleslaw so bad. So this is why he's out here wanting to paint Miss Nell as Chris's side chick while he was married. And it's gonna be interesting because remember, Lexi came out and she did a whole interview saying that her dad and her mom were married, and Miss Nell was essentially the side chick in the situation.
Trying to make it sound you were still married when
you
y'all
know what?
hooking up.
Let's
Yes, he was
continue
married.
with
Did
the
I know he
trailer,
was
y'all.
married? No. So do you think that this is a traitor, Chris? That's for him to address.
So for this season so far, Miss Nell and Melody Cherie are on good terms. They are they shot a one-on-one scene together, and Nell is shooting down any claims that she was a side chick. She's saying that she didn't know that Chris was married. And when she found out, she got herself out of that situation until he was a single man, and then they got together. And Melody asked her, does she think that, basically, do you think that Chris is a cheater? Do you think that that's his personality trait? And Nell is saying, listen, he's my man, but when it comes to a question like that, he has to answer that on his own for himself. I wonder if Chris is going to square up with Martell in this scene, because the tone of his voice, his stance, everything, it sounds like a square up moment. And somebody tell Maurice that this is how you defend your wife when people are out here saying that she was your side chick whilst you were married to somebody else.
You have to downplay you've been around me to other people, then maybe you shouldn't be around me.
Nail. No, I'm Nail. You doing the most.
So we're about to see Miss Nell versus Tisha Scott this season. I don't know who asked for this. I don't know if I really care, but it was Melody Cherie for me in the background in the club, dancing, trying to mind her business in her shade, because what is Tisha going on about? I've never seen Miss Nell on social media saying that she was Tisha's mentor. So I don't know where that came from. Maybe somebody can find the post and let me know. Also, I'm not seeing Nell downplay being around Tisha. In fact, I've heard Nell say that she's been around Tisha and Marcel. She's been to Black several times, and it was more so Marcel and Tisha trying to downplay Nell's and Chris's role within the friend group. I don't know if I care about this beef too much. It seems like it came out of nowhere, but I'll be watching.
I can, and I can too. And we're gonna have a conversation. You said, don't do that. Don't you do that.
Now, Tisha, from this little clip, it looks like you put your hand on Miss Nell first, and she was trying to pull away, and you were still trying to reach for her hand, and she was like, and you're like, don't do that, and she told you not to do that. Tisha, why are you putting your hand on this woman? Somebody tell me in the comment section, isn't Miss Nell old enough to be Tisha's mama?
And you said free Martell. You know what?
And this is what I'm talking about, y'all. Men finding the behaviors, the bad behaviors of their friends to be funny until something serious happens. It's quite unfortunate. And then God forbids something really crazy goes down. These are the same friends who are going to say, oh, we didn't know that it was that bad. But guess what? You did know it was that bad, because the woman was shouting it out loud from the mountaintops, filing police reports and stuff, and y'all felt like it was a joke. Y'all felt like she was just overreacting to her being mistreated by y'all's friends. This is the stuff I'm talking about.
Free Tisha. And then did a
Mel
LOL.
said, how about, let's say, free effing Tisha with a LOL behind it, since you want to be out here talking about free Martell.
I should kick your in this damn store. It doesn't matter as a man. If you see DV,
that's not fair. That's not fair. No, that's not fair. That's not fair.
It shouldn't be no freedom.
That's the dude you chose.
That's the dude you choose to be friends
That's the
with.
dude you had 3 kids.
See, this is the clip where he said, that's the dude you chose to have 3 kids with. And as I said, I hope that was just a slip of his thick tongue, and that he's not also trying to be part of the crew in his family who's out here trying to throw out paternity questions about of paternity as it relates to Sugar Mama.
You know before I know him.
Hey, I'm Martell. All right, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Right.
You met Martell before.
Yeah. We go way back.
In what way?
Yeah, okay, yeah. She went to school.
Do y'all like?
Yeah, no,
That type of situation to make people think like, damn, did they mess around before or something?
So pause. You're trying to tell me that this new couple, they are not even married, they're boyfriend and girlfriend, and the girl Trisha, she used to mess around with Martell allegedly, and she's coming into the fold through Stormy. Let's continue, y'all. Let's continue. This is really about to be a mess. It's about
It
to
was
be a
given
mess.
like we know each other in another way.
She came to the house a couple times.
He said you was at his house.
Well, he did invite me. If we did, so we're adults.
Like, hold on now. Like,
I might have to talk or something and see what was it about. It wasn't that serious. We ain't do nothing either. Hell no, I don't remember her ass. Hey, you need to stop talking to so many women, man. That what got you the problem.
Can I just be honest, y'all? I don't even care. I don't care about this storyline with Ken and Trisha and Martell, but I'm guessing this is the love triangle in Courtney's and Stormy's storyline that we were basically told about in the article.
You looking cool?
Now, this next clip, y'all, I don't care either, but I'm just gonna show y'all to be fair.
Living life, you know.
Who
dating.
asked for
Yeah.
Destiny to come back? I really want to know which one of y'all convinced Carlos King and Kingdom Reign Entertainment to bring Destiny back. And of course, she is coming back through Martell being one of her first scenes. And what's up with the music for this scene? Y'all.
What's been going on?
Living life, you know, dating. Yeah. Doesn't Law look so cute?
Look just like his Uncle Martell.
Y'all heard that foolishness? She said, doesn't Law look cute? And here goes Martell. He looks just like his Uncle Martell. Don't know how that happened. And she makes a face. Why do you want that to be your narrative, that there is some possibility and y'all that just listen to the narrative around with Martell and your son now looks like him, and that there's a question of whether or not Martell could be the father? Like, girl, are you dumb? But you know what? Good for you. Good for you. Good for you that production is about to play you like a clown. And this is the first step to make it seem like there's something going on between you and Martell.
Destiny got a girl code. Girl, bye. I don't think she sleep with your man. Right. I don't know what Destiny does. And I don't put nothing past people.
That part, Melody, you can never, ever, ever truly swear for anybody, not even your man that's sitting or laying up next to you on the bed. Everybody has a potential to be a little bit trifling, okay? So who knows? Maybe Destiny was allegedly fooling around with Martell. That's why they can key and talk about how the baby possibly looks like him. You can't swear for people. Could be your mother, your sister, your auntie, your cousin. Some people, they don't have boundaries. We've seen that time and time again in several people's story, that my sister slept with my husband, or my cousin slept with my boyfriend, or my best friend slept with my boyfriend. It's happened. So why should Destiny be any different? And we know Tisha's about to run that back. She's about to leave that dinner with Mel, Kimmy, and go back to Destiny and Stormy and talk about how Mel said she don't know if Destiny ever slept with Martell or not. Mark my words. Mark my words. That's going to be a whole scene. Watch.
Married Destiny's man.
See, this face that Mel is making right here is the same face I would have made if I'm on a stage pouring my heart out about something serious, and here comes my messy executive producer trying to do some F shit and stir the pot to make it seem like I'm about this foolishness when I'm not.
What I would
I
like
be
to do
making that
is
same
bring
face
Sonny
too,
and Moses
Melody.
to the stage.
So what I'm guessing is that from what the press release said, the event in question was this Reality with the King podcast, and Sonny and Moses, not Mosey, Sonny and Moses being sprung on Mel at this event. They are the people who crashed Mel's event, supposedly, based on the press release. And from what people who went to the live podcast event in Huntsville shared, is that when Sonny and Moses were brought out, Carlos basically paused or stopped Melody while she was sharing something super emotional to bring Sonny and Moses out.
How you want to have a career in this industry and you make moves like that? I was her producer, but she didn't really talk to me about Moses. You was pursuing a friendship. I was pursuing? Yeah, that's what I was told. You was pursuing a relationship. I wasn't pursuing anything. It isn't favorable. Do you have to call and ask for permission though to date someone's ex?
Okay, y'all, this is how I see it, and I'm gonna try to be as fair as possible, even though I don't like Destiny and I don't know Sonny. But I do believe that in reality TV, you spend so much time with your producer that I feel like there's some talents on reality TV that do develop a bond with their producers and do become friends with their producers. However, I don't feel like Sonny was trying to develop a friendship with Destiny in that way. I feel like Sonny was trying to do her job. Carlos King himself said on the last reunion that Destiny was on that producers have said that it's like pulling teeth trying to get information out of her. So I don't think that Destiny shared a lot about her life with Sonny, and most importantly, I don't think that she shared a lot about her relationship with Moses with Sonny. She wasn't sharing much about her life with anybody on the cast, because even Kimmy had to say that it was also like pulling teeth trying to get things out of Destiny. So I just feel like Destiny is just back trying to use Sonny and the Moses situation as a storyline, and there was never a friendship there. It was a working relationship where Sonny came in, she did her job as a producer, and she went on her
Well, I'm gonna
way.
tell you right now, I don't give two about it.
And I feel you, Mel. You don't need to be involved in this in any way, shape, or form. Let Destiny come back and make a fool of herself using this as her storyline.
You don't go
We
date
don't
your
care, but we're
friend's
definitely
ex.
going to be
You
watching.
turn around and stab me in my back
and
like
talking.
this. You knew what she had going on from the point of you meeting her. You love by me, name your business after my baby. Law.
Justice.
Justice, which is the baby's name that we were going to have.
Destiny, you look and sound so stupid here. You look This is what you get for coming back to a TV show that fired you to fight about a man who you were dating for 5 seconds. But this is what you get. But you know what? I see why this had to be Destiny's storyline, because from what the court documents are saying, she still can't really talk about LeBeric and their situation on the show. So all she had was the Sonny and Moses situation.
She never confided in me about this man. She's painting this picture as though I was plotting on her man when I kept it all the way professional. Listen, cuz.
Poor Melody had to be on that reality TV with the King podcast live stage, being uncomfortable, sitting in the midst of mess that she doesn't want any parts of. And I guess Destiny's talking about kissing cousin because it's been said that Sonny and Moses knew each other from childhood, I guess, and maybe they were saying that they were like cousins, I don't know, or they grew up in the same city or town or something like that. You better talk your mess, Sonny. Sonny said It was a never given side chick ever. It was always given wife, okay? This season of Love and Marriage Huntsville is going to be a whole mess. I honestly wanted to see at least something from the trip that the women went on, but oh well, I can wait for that because that sounds like that's gonna be a mess too, from what Stormy decided that she was gonna come back and state on her social media. But y'all, that's it. Melody and Martell are going to be a main focus as always. And Destiny came back to be made a fool of because she wants to fight over Moses, and she wants to come at Sunny, who essentially I feel didn't owe Destiny anything as it relates to Moses. Like, she was in a professional space, you ended the relationship with the man, and she said, okay, sir, you're single, I like you, I find you attractive, let's get together, and the man put a ring on it. The fact that you're doing a one-on-one scene, Destiny, talking about you named your company after the baby we were supposed to have, Destiny, it's given dumb. That's what it's given, in the words of Roland Ray, Destiny. But as I said, that's what you get for wanting to come back to this show after they fired you, for not having anything to talk about in the first place. So they brought you back to clown you. That's what it's given. And we basically didn't see much of the Scott storyline because they're boring. They never really give much anyways. Their storylines, are always itched to somebody else's. And the somebody else that their storyline is always itched to is normally Melody. And I don't think that's going to change. It's not going to change. Haven't seen much as it relates to Stormy's storyline either. Like, okay, she's going to be talking to Trish about whether or not Trish used to sleep with Martel. Like, really, Stormy, that's what you're coming back this season to do? It's given pathetic. But who's surprised? Even Nell and Chris gave something that is worth looking forward to seeing in the trailer, but not the Scotts. Again, no one's surprised. Okay, y'all, so that's how I see it for the Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 8 super trailer that just dropped today on Carlos King's Instagram and his Twitter and on O Network's website as well. If you want to watch the trailer in its entirety, just go to one of those places and you'll get to see it without my input. Please drop down in the comment section below and tell me how you see things too. Will you be watching this season of Love and Marriage Huntsville? For me, for as long as Melody Cherie is on the show, I will be tuned in. Will you be watching the reviews? My channel may not be the best place to go to watch a full review of each episode. As for me, I like to just share my thoughts on particular parts of episodes that stood out to me and not the whole episode. So let me know if you're going to be watching the show or you're just going to be tuned into your favorite content creator who reviews the show. Tell me what you think about the trailer. Did you see anything in the trailer that stood out to you that made you say, I really got to check it out to see what's going to happen? Please remember to like this video, share the link to my channel if you feel like my content needs some crowd, and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 8 premieres on May 4th, 8/7 Central on the OWN Network. Until next time, y'all, walk good. Bye.